Okay, I just realized after ending that and getting the video uploaded that setup could also mean like how to get the system of equations. So I actually am going to go ahead and also work through plugging in YP to show you how you get the system of equations, just in case that's what the person who requested it wanted. But so we've got ax e to minus x plus bx squared e to minus x into y double prime minus 3y prime minus 4y equal to 50. Actually, I'm going to go ahead with the version I had before. 150x e to minus x plus 50 e to minus x. ax bx squared. Okay. So I'm going to need my derivatives. And like I showed you when I was talking about what derivatives of yp might look like, we're going to need a product rule on the first term. So we're going to have a, and then I'm going to take derivative of x first and leave e alone. And then I'm going to take derivative of e and leave x alone. And we're going to need the same approach on b. So derivative of x squared is going to give me 2x, leaving e alone. And then leaving x squared alone, I just get a minus out of taking that derivative. And I am going to combine these terms right away. I've got a e to minus x plus 2b minus a x e to minus x minus bx squared e to minus x. I just combined the minus a x e to minus x with the b times 2x e to minus x in that middle term. And the reason I combined it is so I only have to take one derivative of x e to minus x again. So taking another derivative to get yp double prime, I'm going to get minus a e to minus x from that first term. And then from this x e to minus x derivative, I actually did that up above, so I'm just going to put that right back in. I'll use the square brackets. E to minus x e to minus x. And then for that x squared e to minus x derivative, I already did it right there. And then I want to make sure I don't make any mistakes, so I'm going to go ahead and slowly multiply all this out and then combine my terms again. So those two I just get from multiplying out the middle term. And then when I multiply this minus b with that minus x squared, just remember it throws a positive sign out. So those first two terms combined, they are just e to minus x terms. And then what is going to be the way to do this? That's minus 2b plus a. So let's go ahead and do plus a minus 4b x e to minus x plus bx squared e to minus x. I hope there aren't any mistakes so far. Algebra mistakes are always the worst part of this type of problem. I'm going to try to be confident about it. So let's go ahead and start plugging it into the ODE. yp double prime minus 3yp prime minus 4yp is going to have to be equal to, I actually want the other thing on the left here. I want that equal to 150x e to minus x plus 50 e to minus x. And then plugging in my yp double prime, yp prime, and yp, I'm going to get 2b minus 2a e to minus x plus a minus 4b x e to minus x plus bx squared e to minus x. That's just yp double prime minus 3 times a e to minus x plus 2b minus a x e to minus x minus bx squared e to minus x. That's my yp prime minus 4 times ax e to minus x plus bx squared e to minus x. That's minus 4 times my yp. So, I'm going to start using some colors here. That might be a bit too big, I don't know. Make it smaller. So my e to minus x terms are here, here. Oh, wait, no, that has an x squared on it. I just want e to minus x with no x's. So there, and that's it looks like. And then let's do a different color for my x e to minus x terms. So there's an x e to minus x, there's an x e to minus x, there's an x e to minus x, and then lastly my x squared e to minus x. All right, so I'm just going to be combining, like in groups, those three different things I just made. So first my e to minus x by itself. I've got that 2b minus 2a minus 3a from here. And then that's it. And then my x e to minus x, I've got a minus 4b minus 3 times 2b minus a minus 4a. And then my x squared e to minus x, those pink terms, are going to be just b from the very first, minus 3 times minus b from the middle, and minus 4b from the last. And I'm going to copy paste this all onto the next slide so I don't have to look back at it. And I just want to simplify what's inside the square brackets right now. So I've got 2b minus 2a minus 3a is minus 5a. I've got a plus 3a minus 4a is going to be 0 a's. And then minus 4b minus 6b is going to give me minus 10b. And then here I've got b plus 3b is 4b, because minus 3 minus b multiplied together gives me plus 3b. minus 4b. Oops. So that's just going to give me 0. So on my left side, I had 150x e to minus x plus 50 e to minus x. And on my right side now, I've got minus 10b x e to minus x plus 2b minus 5a e to minus x plus 0 x squared e to minus x. And that's just going to become 0. So just as a reminder, there were no x squared terms on the left side. And I think I did yellow for my x terms. So that matches my 150 over there. And then maybe it was green before for the regular e to minus x terms, which matches my 2b minus 5a to my 50. So what I'm going to get is I set like terms equal to each other. I want the x e to x to match the x e to x on both sides. So I'm going to get 150 equals minus 10b from x e to minus x, and 50 equals 2b minus 5a from e to minus x, and 0 equals 0 is already true from my x squared e to minus x terms. So this first one is going to tell me that, sorry, something just turned on. Okay, I got that turned off. So the top equation is going to give me b equals 150 over minus 10, which is negative 15. And then this middle equation is going to give me 50 equals 2 times minus 15 minus 5a, or 50 is minus 30 minus 5a. 80 is minus 5a, which is going to give me a is 80 over minus 5, which is minus 16. Yeah, that looks right. So my YP, which I said was a Okay, I figured out the problem. The dog is eating a bone on the PlayStation controller. We're just going to ignore that sound back there. So my YP, which was ax e to minus x plus bx squared e to minus x, is, I do want to make sure I have that in the right place. Yes. Is going to become minus 16x e to minus x minus 15x squared e to minus x. And I did take it a little bit further than setting up, maybe up to like this point would have been setting it up, but I was kind of already committed. So let's go ahead and check if this is right. I hope it is. How often does that happen to you all? Okay, cool. So it was right. All the algebra worked out there. So if anybody needed to see in detail how to set up and solve this system of equations, hopefully that helped you out. I'm going to get the second part uploaded, hopefully before people who need this question answered get to the end of the other.